Hello.
Hi there, everyone. Today we're talking about pollinator planters. So,
Everybody seems to love to watch me put together planters.
because you're amazing. You
I think
befumble everyone because you can just.
I think it's just ideas.
I think
Ideas
it's
of
also
what
the
it is.
years in the floral shop where you were like on a, like somebody walks in and like, hey, I want a $75 arrangement now. And she's like, okay, boom, 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 boom. And so, I mean, you definitely have the experience that you can do it and you've got the eye that you can put these together. But we kind of need some of that technical of what to put together that will draw in those pollinators. So specifically the bees, the butterflies, the hummingbirds. So comment down below.
Yeah, yesterday we asked who tries to draw in the butterflies and bees and
Yes.
hummingbirds.
Yeah, so what's your favorite? Bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, all the above. So go ahead and comment down below. You? What do you like seeing?
I like the hummers. Oh, and I like the butterflies.
I'm more of a butterflies. I love the butterflies coming in.
You love going up to the butterfly gardens.
Yes, I do.
Is there a butterfly garden in your area?
Yeah, there's...
We don't have one, but up on Mackinac Island.
Yeah, so, and some of the ideas for these planters come from seeing what they use in their butterfly gardens. They always have lots of pentas. Pentas is a great one for those butterflies, and so you see all over in those butterfly gardens. And also we were down in Aruba and we went to the butterfly garden
that's
there,
what they
and
had.
they had lots of pentas. So we're going to be going through these. These are all going to be sun planters. So we didn't do any shade, but these are going to be more geared for the sun. So
Right.
that's what we're doing today.
They can take some partial shade. Some of them can.
Okay, go ahead.
I am going to design them facing me, and then I'm going to turn it around because
It's really hard to do.
It's really hard to do for me. But I'll have Scott explain each one. So first off, it is a sun to shade planter. I'm using a dragon wing begonia, and it can go in the sun.
Yes.
We've had it out in our set.
We've had them in the blasting sun, like all dragon wings. We've got
Right.
one year we had. They're kind of neat because they'll grow upright and then they'll lock together, and were such a solid. That planter filled in, and though they didn't go anywhere, and we had some bad winds, and I was really impressed because the dragon wings, they can crack off. They'll regrow, but you don't want them to break, and I noticed that even in that heavy wind, they really did well. So that's the dragon wing begonias. You're putting in a geranium.
Yep. So this is Kufia I'm going to use, and I'll let Scott bring it up front so he can show you.
Kufia's got kind of a dainty little. This is a
totally different variety.
Yeah, normally I'm gonna say this is more of the standard. So there's only a few that you can maybe see on there. They're
Go
little
on the Facebook one.
little tiny tubular flowers. But these are both Kufia. Totally different look. This has more of a flower petal.
But they go crazy on
Yeah.
both. I've seen them on
Yes.
all of them.
So Kufia, so that's Cuphea. Kufia is one of those number one.
And
to
we'll
bring
talk
them in.
about Kufia again. So I'm doing the tall portion is the dragon wing begonia. I'm doing a geranium, a Kufia, and then for kind of my spiller trailer portion of it, and a pentas because they like the pentas.
Let me show that pentas again. They're just flowering now for us, but they have all these little clusters of flowers, if you can see that. So another one that brings in those butterflies and those pollinators. So the pentas, and lots of different colors in the pentas. They're a great little accent plant, but obviously they have a smell or something to them that draws in those pollinators.
Okay,
Nice.
so go ahead and show them that. Oh,
Okay.
and I'll put all my tags in here too.
And why? Why do we want to put the tags in there?
Because you're gonna ask what they are, or next year you're gonna say, I had this
Yep.
purple thing.
It started with a C, and I can't remember. It rhymed with Ufia, so what was it? So a lot of times, people just say, yeah, I had a purple something. I don't know what it was. That doesn't help us at all in the greenhouses, so keeping those tags. But anyway, so Amy put that together pretty quickly. So that is one of our pollinator planters. So this will get watered and fertilized right away. I'm gonna go through, and as soon as she's done, I'll go through, and we don't water our plants beforehand, before planting. Some people like to dunk them in water. I don't like that theology at all. I'm gonna actually water these once we're all done because it helps fill in that soil and brings everything in around those roots. So I'll just go through, and they're dirty right now. Lots of dirt. You can see Amy's just like flying with the dirt. So that's going to help wash off some of that, and kind of clean them up a little bit. So, all right, here's that one. You're going to switch? Or not yet?
One more plant to put in.
Okay.
Actually, I decided I don't want this one over here.
Is that a return? Do you have your receipt?
No, I'm not returning. I'm just
keep your receipt.
Changing where I'm putting it.
All right.
So I want to explain on this one because they're going to be like, why did you hide? Because I'm a really big, don't hide your flowers. If you're going to put flowers in there, make sure that they show. If you're hiding flowers in it, you're just wasting money. Mm-hmm. And remember, they're going to grow. So this is going to fill out. This will probably get like that tall.
Yeah.
And it will fill out like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're young. Remember, it's early spring.
Okay.
That's going to be beautiful.
Ready to switch?
Yeah. Okay. So this one is just kind of like a little collage of everything.
Okay.
And you can bring it up closer. This is for sure.
That's one of our number one,
Yeah.
and that's it. This is a salvia. So this is from Proven Winners. This is called the Rockin' Playin' the Blues. We put these in our great big planters. There's always activity on these flowers, always. They just bring in those hummingbirds or the butterflies. There's always a flurry of activity on these. They're super simple to take care of. But if you need a bigger showpiece that's also going to be effective in drawing in those pollinators, I can't say enough how well this Rockin' Playin' the Blues works. Okay, so what else do we all have in here?
I have lantana.
Mm-hmm. Lantana is a deer resistant. They have a smell to them, so that, not that the deer absolutely 100% won't munch on this planter, but it does help give some level of protection that they do not like the lantana. So lantana is extremely popular in our area. Being in the north woods of Wisconsin, we have a lot of deer, so lantana is my number one when it comes to deer resistance. Also, Gerbera daisies.
Yep.
You can use these
What
Gerbera
a pop of
daisies.
color.
Yeah, a beautiful orange. The Gerbera daisy is one of those plants that you can actually bring inside. You can have them as an indoor plant. So the Gerbera daisies, Nemesia here. It has a very fragrant smell, a very sweet smell. I mean, you can tell exactly where the Nemesia is in the greenhouses because it's like an instant, you can smell that real sweet. So that's another one. They almost look like a little snapdragon. There's some pentas down here.
Okay, so do you see how the pentas, can you show them how I put the pentas behind the Nemesia? And I say, don't cover up your flowers.
And then you covered it up.
But I didn't, because the pentas is gonna grow taller than this.
Then the Nemesia.
It's small right now, but I have to anticipate what is it gonna do? Because if I would stick, something small up in the back here, and then it all grows up around it, it's just gonna get choked out.
Sure.
But that pentas is gonna get to be about 12 inches tall, and the Nemesia only stays about 8 inches.
Okay, and so
I know the technical you don't want to talk about.
No, that's fine. This plant here, this is Plectranthus, great big long name, but this is going to get big. This has
And that's
kind
an
of
upright one.
Yeah, the leaves are kind of fun. They have that velvety, like a dog's ear. But another purposeful plant is the Plectranthus helps keep the mosquitoes away, and this one kind of has a lemony smell. This one's called Lemon Twist. So this is great on a deck or somewhere where you want to keep the mosquitoes away naturally. Plectranthus is a great one to use. And then Amy put in this Dichondra Silver Falls. So just kind of that spiller that will fill out here. So that it's almost like a trailing Dusty Miller. So that gives that just a different look to that. All right, so that's this planter. looking good.
I have to go grab a plant.
Okay, what do you need?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay, you were gonna switch?
Yeah, you can put it on the ground.
Okay.
I'm adding to this one. I want a little bit more color. But you can talk about the Kufia and the Monarch Ageratum.
So the Ageratum, and these are, the Ageratum is a nice, again, it has little clusters of flowers. Normally they're in that bluish to purple tones. So but this one's a new one for us. And I want to give you the Monarch Magic. So this is a ball seed product. So Monarch Magic, and it's 6 to 12 inches tall, full sun, full to partial sun. So that was a new one. You probably know a little bit more about that Monarch Magic because that was something that they had.
Yeah, whatever reason they bred it, and the Monarchs go absolutely crazy over it. I know one of our sales reps, she had it in her yard last year as a trial.
Yeah.
And she had her picture, and it had like 25, 30 monarchs sitting on top
cool.
of it.
Yeah.
And it bushes out nice. So really, really good for if you like the butterflies.
Sure.
I don't know so much about the hummingbirds on the Monarch Magic. It's the butterflies.
Okay.
And can you show them how
This dahlia.
absolutely beautiful?
That
Now that dahlia is really tall, so I may put a little stake in the back of it just to support it for now until it gets established.
Once this starts filling out, it will kind of give support to those plants. But for now, obviously, we're just planting them, and they will fill in nicely. So we've got.
I know. Oh, that's the tall verbena. The early winners.
So this is another new one for us, and this is Meteor Shower. So it's in the verbena family, and it does get tall. But again, little clusters of flowers.
It's gonna bush out and have all these little clusters.
So this is the Meteor Shower, and 20 to 30 inches tall. So this is going to be pretty significant. So you do need to give some room, and it's going to...
And a big enough container.
Now, does that bush out?
It does. It gets kind of like...
Spacing minimum 8 inches, so it does need some space.
Yeah.
So that'll be neat to see how that turns out. Okay, was this the bee's knees that you grabbed?
It was.
Okay, so the yellow petunia. Petunias are another great one for drawing in like the hummingbirds. They love something that's tubular. So certainly petunias are going to be in that family. You've got the Mizu as your spiller trailing over. Mizu gets a little, like a hot pink burgundy, hot pink reddish type flower. I did see some flowering somewhere when I was watering, but this one doesn't have any flowers
Which
on
one's
it
that?
yet.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Mizu. Yeah.
It'll get
Did I
just a
miss
little
anything?
delicate.
Anything else on this?
No,
But this
think I have
dahlia is
everything in
stunning.
there.
What series dahlia was that?
That is the Miss Mandy, I believe.
Yep, Miss Mandy.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
So again, is that going to be a tall? Sometimes you really got to check.
That's going to be a very tall
Yep,
one.
18 to 24 inches tall.
Great big flowers on it.
Again, these tags have a lot of information on them, so utilize the tags, keep them. So sometimes that's a big part of what we do is keeping those tags so that we know not only what we have but what they're going to do. Are you ready for
Sure.
me to switch out? Okay, so that's this one.
Because I'm just kind of pulling plants and planting with what I have on the thing here. I would add more to this. I would probably add another sun impatient on the back to
Okay.
balance it out. And then I might put a trailer down the front of it.
Okay, so we do have, you said the sun impatiens, so you probably balance this out with another. Sun impatiens, they look like New Guinea impatiens, and they're in that family, but they can go in the full sun. So this is, we only do sun impatiens. We don't do any of the New Guineas. We did many years ago.
Some of the tags will...
They'll
they
say
kinda
New Guinea,
cross
but
it.
they're actually sun impatiens. They're, so these can go in the full sun. Again, there is this tall salvia. This is what, the burgundy or the purple?
That one is the Plum Crazy.
Okay, plum crazy. What was the height on that one?
36 to 46.
So, quite tall. So you do have to have a significant size planter. These planters are probably 16-inch planters. They're pretty good size. All right.
And then I have a Cali on the side just to pop some color.
Beautiful color. So the Calibracoa.
And I have some Biddens in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And these sun impatiens are going to get, I'm going to put another one on the back side. The sun impatiens, you know, again, they're small right now, but they're going to fill out, and that's going to be a nice big mound with that tall center coming out the front.
And then the lantana on the side here. Again, lantana is going to be that deer resistant flower. Little clusters of flowers. You will need to deadhead those.
I anticipate the Calis to kind of flow over just a little bit. So I might, I haven't decided yet, but I might put like just a little trailer, like a vine coming down. I think that would look pretty because the planter itself is kind of tall.
Hey, this is live video and this is in progress. So so this is evolving. Nice. So you make it look easy. So you have a few leftovers.
Yeah, it didn't really go with what I was doing here. I'm trying to, I really like purple. And I get teased from my kids and Scott all the time because they're like, oh, you love purple, you love purple. I don't love purple, I love all the colors. But when I'm putting stuff together, I don't know why I'm drawn to the purple or the oranges and the yellows. I like combos.
The contrast?
I like the combos together. So I'm trying to keep in mind that there's other people in the world that like different colors.
Red or like a red and yellow.
Or they like the dark, real dark look.
Yeah.
And that's
fine.
I think that's hard part about designing stuff is that you're trying to anticipate what will somebody else like.
Yeah.
And I would say if you are more of a very specific person of what you like in your planters, then come in and shop because there's so many different things that you can put together. And I know my mom has a hard time. She said, I just get overwhelmed. Just put something together. I don't know. Just do something.
Make it look pretty, yeah.
Yeah, because she gets overwhelmed by there's too many choices. So are you somebody that likes all the different choices and picking it out and doing your own? Or do you rather just take a look at either one done up and copy it or just buy the one that's done? What's you're more of a, I like that, give me that. I'm more of an instant like boom, yep, that's speaking to me, I'll take that. I don't care what the price is. So and I could think because of the floral, I'm more of a
I like this, but not that, or sure. More
like
picky.
It's not picky, it's selective.
Selective, all right, yeah. So again, these are going to get watered right away, and today is actually a fertilizing day for me. So I'm pushing plants, and I'm taking advantage of. We have some sunshine, so today is another fertilizing day. So these planters are going to get fertilized right away at the BYN Neighbor Fertilizer. So we're going to water fertilize, which is the same process. The fertilizer is in the water. So they're going to get watered and fertilized right away. So speaking of our BYN Neighbor Fertilizer, we do want to highlight a few more of our brand new retailers around the country. So we're going to start with Green Thumb Lawn and Garden Center in Cedarville, Michigan. That's actually Upper Michigan.
Oh,
so
nice.
Up past like St. Ignace, more towards the east. So that might be a place we have to go visit when we go up to Mackinac Island. Yeah, so Green Thumb Lawn and Garden Center in Cedarville, Michigan. Also Old Brownsville Farm in Bartlett, Tennessee. So that's your Memphis, Tennessee area. So that's kind of I would say like a suburb of Memphis, Tennessee. So Old Brownsville Farm in Bartlett, Tennessee. And then also Deadheaders Greenhouse in Spiceland, Indiana.
I want to live in Spiceland.
Yeah, we probably... because we lived in Cincinnati, so we easily could have traveled through that area. It's like east of Indianapolis. Okay. So we easily could have went right through there at some point in our early young lives when we lived down in Cincinnati area. But anyway, that's Deadheaders Greenhouse in Spiceland, Indiana. So be sure to check out those greenhouses, and you can find our BYN Neighbor Fertilizer at those retailers. So be sure to let them know if you're shopping there that we sent you.
And know that there's other retailers. We have over 100 now.
Yep. You had more last night. You were. I said, "Oh, there's another inquiry." We were watching TV last night.
I forgot to write down the name of who it was, but they must think, "What the heck?" And I was thinking, "What the heck?" Also, we're messaging back and forth at like 10:30 at night. And I'm
that's good customer service.
I've got time.
I'm like, I was looking at my phone, I'm like, hey, there's another inquiry of somebody looking to carry BYN fertilizer, and she's like, okay, in her nightgown, she's. So, hey, that is good customer service. Wow.
Or crazy, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's like a work
balance,
imbalance.
There is no balance in our household. It's just.
We are opening in 2 days.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Exciting.
nervous.
Yeah. No, it'd be good. It'd be good.
There's lots to do and figuring out, and give us grace on the first day.
It's gonna be crazy.
Everybody needs to get reaccustomed to having people in the store, and
Yeah. I'm excited.
I am too.
All right. So, back to work. Today is also a fertilizer day. We got the crew coming in and putting together.
No.
No? Oh, okay. That's why I water and I don't pay attention.
Yep.
I just water.
The crew's coming in because there's lots of baby plants that have to be planted up.
Oh,
a
see,
lot
there
of
you
baby
go.
plants.
I thought it was a fertilizer day.
Nope, it's all vegetables.
Veggies. All right.
Veggies, Jane's favorite.
Good. All right.
So that's what we'll be doing today.
That's why.
We'll be mailing out fertilizer, but yep, I put everybody's on a halt with putting the fertilizer together until greenhouse season gets on way.
There you go. All right.
But we'll be shipping it out every day.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.